It's Thursday morning. Of course, as you can see, it's morning. It's dark. It's not really that early. It's just, I think we're just a little after 6 o'clock, or it's not super early. Hooked up, got the skid steer behind me. I'm on my way to pick up Dad. We got a pretty busy day today. Dad doesn't exactly know how busy yet, so Dad's probably not going to be real happy. He knows we're going to cut some trees, which that he doesn't mind. What he doesn't know is I've got 2 jobs of timber to look at when we're done cutting trees. And that's what, and anymore, Dad doesn't mind to go with me to look at timber every now and then, but for the most part, Dad, all he wants to do is cut trees. He don't, if he buys any timber, it's on his own time. He wants to go and buy timber on his own terms. He doesn't necessarily like going to buy timber with me anymore, just because of he don't want you riding the truck for long periods of time, which I totally understand, because even at my spry old age of 32, it does get kind of old. I get tired of being in the truck all the time and riding, so I know Dad absolutely hates it. But today we're headed up to Sibley, Missouri, right up there, Fort Osage on the Missouri River. So we got a little driving to do to get to work today, but we got some good walnut trees to cut, and I've got a few jobs spot up in that direction. And coincidentally enough, Tuesday of this week and last Friday, I had calls about timber up in the same area. So we're gonna see if we can add to the collection up there of timber to cut. Then I've got to get a skidder moved, maybe tomorrow. I'll probably bring it I think we can finish up that little job of walnut today if me and Dad really, if both of us start out cutting, then I can jump on the skid steer and get the logs moved around and piled up and get the brush piled. So that's the plan. Then hopefully we can bring the skid steer back as we come, because me and Brandon got some things to do around here this weekend. I think he's wanting to do something this weekend, if I remember correctly. My days get messed up. Either way, I've got things to do with it, and I think Brandon was wanting to use it too. So hopefully we can get it back today. If not, we'll bring it back tomorrow. So off to central Missouri, or northern central Missouri, or southern northern Missouri, however you want to look at it. There we go. That's the first one I got cut. We just got to the job. Dad's up here. He's working on that little grove of them right in there. That's a big tree. That is a big tree. I didn't think I was going to be able to reach all the way through it for a minute. It leaned real hard. Of course, had a big top. I left just a little bit on this backside hold for my spur. As you can see, it just peeled her up a little bit. Just the bark. Didn't hurt it at all. There goes one there. See, I got that down on the ground. Yeah, that's a big tree. A lot of footage in this tree. Just a big rough tabletop log. Comes up in here to a big crotch. A lot of material there on this limb. A lot of volume in this tree. We'll try to get her worked up, see if we can get to piling them. The old 88 chews another one down. That's a big tree right there. You can see Dad next to it. You know, when I'm bad about this, I look at so much timber and buy so much timber that sometimes I forget the volume that's on a job. I told Dad I thought we could cut all this today. I was terribly mistaken. There's no way. We'll be lucky to finish this in 2 days. That tree there is over 30 inches. That'll be the second tree. The first one I cut this morning will go over 30 inches. But it was just a big tabletop log. Up there's a veneer grade log, and it'll go over 30 inches there. Dad, his mouth was watering when he seen that. He don't like these long trips from home, but he sure likes cutting these big trees. It should be about ready to come down. He's been whittling on it. My saw's down there next to a tree I need to cut down here towards the bottom of the hill, but I had to get these logs. We're bucking them as we go so we can handle them better with the skid steer. That way I can pile the tree tops up. So I had to grab those logs out of that pile there before Dad fell this tree in them, so he's kept me hopping. kind of waiting for him to bring this monster down. These are all big trees up here, and what's bad is we can't even get to them all. I'll show you here later in the video. There's a ditch over here that there's just, I don't think there's any way a guy can cross it. I hear it popping. Yeah, there's a ditch over here. There she goes. Oh, looked like it was bad. Looked like it was bad. Let's go down here and check it out. Yeah, got a little bad spot here. Not too bad. Still got a lot of meat on the bone, but that's how they go from a high dollar log to just a high grade lumber log. Well, it was an old tree. It needed to come down anyway. The top was busted out of it. See, it's got some issues up there. Anybody that runs one of these big cat skid steers, or any skid steer, the bigger frame machines and the CTLs, you know they're pretty strong. I don't care what brand it is, Caterpillar, John Deere, Bobcat, the big three, they're strong machines. This log here, hold on. Oh my gosh, the pollen's about to kill me. This log here, there was probably over 1,400 board feet in this tree alone. This log was so big, I was trying to lift up on it, and it was just bypassing. So we got under it. We got under it and kind of pushed it up on the forks there. And that is a big, big tree. That's just the first log. That's where it crotched off at. Man, these big trees, they take a long time to work up, you know. We've cut so far 4 trees this morning, and we've got, I bet we got 3,500 feet in 4 trees, maybe a little more. It's just, they take forever to work them up. By the time you get them cut down, the time it takes to cut them carefully, then you buck them up, because we're bucking them to lengths in the treetop. Then even if we had one of our grapple skidders here, we'd probably still have to do some trimming and bucking to be able to drag them out. But it's a lot of work. And, I really stuck my foot in my mouth when I thought I could cut this job in one day. The way it's looking, you know, 3 days might be pushing it. We might be up here all weekend. It's getting hot. I just laid down these few big ones here. Like I said, we're bucking them to length as we're going. That's a good veneer log here. This was a double. Pulled a little bit right there. That thing was tricky. Both crotch pieces leaned different directions, and I pounded wedges, and I thought I got it all cut pretty good, but I don't guess I did. But these are big pieces of wood. A lot of footage. A lot of footage in these. These are just big trees. I got one to cut right there yet. Have to take the skid steer and some of that brush out from around. We're going to pile all these treetops. So I'm bucking the treetops up, cutting them up small as I go. That way we can make nice little burn piles. I got one right there to cut. Several of these had the tops going bad in them, so they needed to be cut anyway. I think I'm about give out for today. We probably got better than 5,000 feet cut. Oh gosh, we still got to go look at some timber. It's after 2 o'clock, so pack up the old 661 here and we'll go see if we can buy some more timber. Dad's getting in the truck right now. Let's go look at the log pile real quick. Quite a bit of footage there, Dad.
Yeah.
It's a shame the whole big one cut bad.
Yeah.
Just got done looking at the last of the timber. One job wasn't too bad, the other one was not good at all. We're headed home, we're tired. It's after 5 o'clock, we still got about a 2.5 hour drive to get home. So, late night, early morning, get up here and finish this job up. We're right here on 50 Highway, just Pittsville maybe? Pittsville's the name of this place? I don't know. Between Warrensburg and Lee Summit. So that's it for today, guys. Cut some good timber. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Probably have a long weekend ahead of us. Got a lot to do, a lot going on. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. All that good stuff. Turner Logging LLC, Instagram and Facebook. Timber Tracker, Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, Logger Threads, Instagram and Facebook. Guys, we'll see you later.